Hey guys, there comes a time in your life when you realize that you're not going to be able to do some of your dreams. You know, that time has passed. The chance, the window of opportunity for that idea of yours is gone. And I'd like to share one of those with you now. One of my favorite movies of all time is The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. It's a great Western. And I always felt that there could have been a sequel to that one, but not a sequel that would take place like right away, like after the events of, that movie, like years later, 30, 40 years later type thing, right? And I came up with the perfect title for it. But since it can never be made now, I think two of them are dead, right? And it would be stupid just putting different actors in there. I'm going to tell you the idea. But if anybody likes this idea and they want to make a movie out of this, I give you permission. Use this video. Take this idea and just fucking run with it. So a sequel to The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, what would it be? Well, I'll just go over some basic ideas and you'll put it all together yourself. But just imagine the movie kind of starts off where you see a frail old man, Clint Eastwood, you know, Blondie, coming into town. It's like a big, bustling town, all the most modern of whatever time period this would be with the exact year, amenities, like really something else, like, compared to what The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly was, the technology. And he's frail, and he's all weak, and he's coming into town. He looks like sickly and shit. Gets a room at the local hotel. You see he has not that much money, but he has some. He pays for his room. Then he just winds his way into this bar, saloon. And he's sitting there having a drink, just minding his business, just looking down, not talking to nobody, just looking down at the fucking bar. Now you see, way on the other side, across this bustling place, you see an old man being pushed in a wheelchair. But this guy's dressed to the nines, really nice fucking clothes, It's Tuco, okay? He's being pushed. Everybody's showing Tuco great respect in this fucking joint. Hey, Mr. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. He has so many names in the first one. Which one is he using now? That could be interesting too. And then he's sitting there talking with his men, and he's just looking across the bar. And his eye catches Eastwood. He just looks at him. Eastwood's just looking down. And Tuco keeps talking, but then he just keeps going back. And he's really studying, man. He's looking. He's looking. He actually has his guy push him most of the way. Then Tuco gets up out of the chair. He walks the rest of the way. And there's somebody sitting next to Eastwood, but they get out of the way when they see Tuco coming. And he just sits next to him. But just imagine the scene of them two, like, looking into each other's eyes. Like, this is the first time they're running into each other since the incidents of The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Like, what an emotional scene that can be. And instead of looking upon each other with any animosity or hatred, no, it's like the opposite. They just look at each other like, with like tears in their eyes, like almost a long lost family member I'm running into. Just imagine the conversations they can have. And the most important one would be this, where Tuco explains to Eastwood he never felt animosity towards him for what he did to him, putting him on the cross, literally, and shooting him off with saving him at the last minute. And Tuco's going to say, you didn't kill me. You didn't take all the money. You could have. You let me have my share of this money. And Tuco went on to be a great man with that money. Not a loser like Eastwood, just blowing it on women and booze or whatever the fuck he spent it on. Tuco would have made something of himself. Now, an important thing of this movie is you have to show, obviously there's going to be gunfights, this and that, but you're never going to see Eastwood or Tuco involved in any of it. It's just all young gunfighters, like, what they were back in the day. And they look upon these new gunfighters, instead of fighting for like survival, or living, or, very important things. These are just, they're killing each other over nonsense, like fucking foolishness. And when they see this happen, it just reminds them of better times, like different times, And check out this. Remember in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, Tuco had the brother in that church, and they had the incident. Just imagine this. Now in this movie, when they're walking through the town, you go to there's a big fucking giant church in the town, and you go in there, and Tuco Brothers, he's leading the church. So Tuco had that built for him, like, I guess, trying to make amends with the family, you know? But you can see how this could have been such a nice movie. Just the time period, the changes from the past to the young, and their relationship with each other. And I had it in my idea where Tuco now, nah, you're not staying in this hotel, you're staying with me. He actually takes Eastwood, like, under his wing, and he's going to take care of Eastwood. And the gist of the movie is, at the end, it's going to end where Eastwood does die. But he dies in the hands of Tuco, loving, taking care of him in that movie. But now you can fill in the blanks. There's a million more details you can come up with for this one. But I got the ultimate title. Remember, the original was The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. This one, The Old, the Young, and the Forgotten.